Hello, hello, how are we all doing? Happy Saturday, everyone. Welcome to the Saturday Strum. I'm just faffing around with the Brighton 6 here. I might be biting off more than I can chew with this one. We shall see. I don't think I'm going to land this on Minmus. But I'm going to try. Thank you, 41 months, Caliloth, sorry. Would you look at that? Almost asterisk months. How's the wheels going to go tonight? We got to get the wheels first. I need science. So my plan is go to Minmus, get some science, come back, get the wheels. Then we can build the rover. And then we're going to try and get the rover on the moon and see how that goes. Yeah, I've got a vague plan. I was thinking, because we're going to Minmus, it would be great if we could put down 2 lots of science experiments on the ground. So I thought, what a great idea. Let's just double up on the storage so we can actually carry all that payload. I can't think of anything bad with that, apart from just making it really, really tall. And with Minmus's gravity, I'm sure this will land safely, no problem. It's not the same without you on YouTube. Well, lucky for you, I put up 2 videos this week. Yeah, we don't really want it this tall, but I can't easily think of a way of making it shorter. Although maybe actually, possibly maybe, we could move these storage units onto the side here. Thus bringing the height down. Maybe that would work actually. Trouble is the store... Nah, we can't, can we? We can't because these need to come back with us. That's the whole point. These need to come back with us, so that's not going to work. Maybe the lights should move, though. They're not very good anyway. What if we just take those and put them down here? Illuminator Mark II. 1 second. Mark II, Illuminator. Why are you not mirroring? Because I'm not in build mode. There we go. Because I wasn't in build mode. Yeah, stick them there like that. Let's maybe move them slightly. There you go. Let's do that. The Dorado, thank you for gifting a sub to Farfid Ungen 405. Good name. Thank you, Dorado. Exolol 14 months. Some people have got some weird names. What's going on? Ashbash, thank you for subbing. That's a name I can say. Pete's House Game used sub for over a year. Don't know how it got cut off. Twitch does that, to be fair. Also, if your card expired and it couldn't take payments, it would stop it. There's many reasons. Mostly just Twitch does that randomly. Right, so we've got to cargo a second. Let's see, we've got 2 control modules. This is going to go really badly, but I'm going to try it anyway. 2 experimental control stations, check. 2 monitors, check. 2 antennae, check. 1 seismo whatever doodad, check. And then we need 8 solar panels to run all of this. Don't see any problems here, do you? No, not at all. And yeah, we could throw in some work lights. Why not? 2 spare solar panels down. Oh, 4 spare solar panels for some reason. Don't know why we need all these down here. Solar panels tend to get put down first, so we'll have 1. Okay. Put that down there. Don't need that. Don't need that. So we've got a spare solar panel in case we break one. Good. A plan with no drawbacks. You do realise that XLOL is my name backwards? Shh. You're not supposed to tell anybody that, Alex. It's supposed to be a secret, mate. LOL. XLOL. Haven't managed to catch the squirrel stream in a long time. Glad to have made it. Glad you're still going strong. Yep. He says within each year. Doing okay. Let's see. Crew. Valentina and Bob. It doesn't really matter, does it? They're going to come back anyway. He says. Of course you're coming back to Kerbal. Of course you are. It's not a one-way mission. It's a two-way mission. Yeah, sign this contract. Right. Let's see. Build a fairing. Right. Oh. There we go. Let's save that. Let's see if we can get this to Minmus. Trailblazer's got to get to Minmus and land in a separate place and then get back. And last time we struggled with Delta V. And I've just added some more weight, so I'm sure it'll be fine. Now we need to go to the flats and the lesser flats. That's what we need. They're the two places I've checked. That's the two places I've not been to in Minmus. The flats and the lesser flats. The flats and the lesser flats should, in theory, be quite easy and close together. Hopefully. Right, Minimus. Sets target. Let's see. Launch to rendezvous. T-minus 28 minutes. "28 minutes later." I wish they could do this with SpaceX. Actually, you can with SpaceX if you watch the YouTube video later. You just scrub through. Earthquake? Why have we got an earthquake? Now, one thing I didn't check is if it had messed up my staging, and I hope it's not. We'll see. We'll see if it's messed up the staging. Let's see how we get on. The HMS Sugarcone. Well, you know, I've made it pointy because people say you should make it pointy. If I make it a different shape, they say, oh, you should make it pointy. Looks like something out of Star Trek. It's a beast. It's a beast that's about to run out of fuel. We've got an APO of 18k so far, which isn't too bad. Let's see what happens when the solid boosters go. Actually, to get 20,000 meters out of solid boosters, that's pretty good, actually. We've got a 40-odd K APO. Just about to lose the SRBs. Okay, I don't think any damage was done to the rocket. You're all good, Bob. I think they just collided with each other, mate. So about 60k we should lose the fairing. Yeah, I use autopilot. You could do it manually, but when you're launching as many times as I do, I'd rather just focus on getting the job done. We're slowing down for no reason. Coasting to the edge of the atmosphere. Let's have a look. So that's what it looks like at the moment. We've already got the 90k APO. There's the fairing. Now, if we timed it just right, we should finish all the fuel. Actually, I can't remember. We should burn all this fuel before we circularize. Because I don't think that can deorbit itself. Alex123, thank you for subbing. Okay, I've kept all the fuel there, which is good. Pretty much, Baz. Pretty much. I mean, that's just space exploration in general.
I got a bad feeling about
Okay,
this.
that's good. It's good. We've got 1,000 Delta V.
Rescue the stranded minions from the first time you played KSP back in the day, or are they still lost out in space?
They're on a permanent vacation, Dave. Yeah, we've got more Delta V than we've got available, so this will separate before circular, so it's good. DJ Sutty, 4 years, mate. 48 months. Been away for a while due to ill health, but okay now. Great to be back in this awesome channel. Welcome back, Sutty, mate. Good to have you back. My uncle had a pacemaker fitted a few weeks ago, actually. So, similar to what you've probably got now, I guess. They're not lost, they're yet to be rescued. They don't need rescuing, they're fine. They're on permanent, they've retired to another planet. Permanently. Right, let's check our numbers. We've got 3,300 Delta V. To get to Minmus, we need about 1,400 to land. And then we need enough to go somewhere else, and then enough to get back. We're looking good at the moment. Looking good, I think. Right, target is Minmus. Establish orbit. Now, Minmus has got, like, I think 10k mountains or something. So if we go for maybe a 15k. Try 15k intercept. That should work all right. Earth looks small from your point of view. Everything's relative. Intercept. Let's see how we go on. 900 Delta V. Actually, should we align the planes now? Probably should align the planes now. How much is it to align? 233 Delta V. Blimey. You not had a pacemaker, just diagnosed with heart failure. Very erratic heartbeat. Yeah, but he had a very... Basically, he went to the doctors because he obviously didn't feel particularly great. And they gave him like a sensor that, I think it was like a wristwatch type thing, and it monitored your heart overnight. So you had to run that for like 2 days. And then when they brought the watch back to the doctors, they said to him, basically, your heart stopped in the night for like 1.5 seconds. Like it just shut down. So they said you basically have like an erratic heart rate, and therefore you need a pacemaker. So about 5 weeks ago, I went to hospital and had a pacemaker fitted. And I think he said they come in through your shoulder somewhere. They have like you on an X-ray machine, and they come in through your shoulder down one of your arteries. I think it must go down your neck maybe, and then they fit this pacemaker. And then looking through like an X-ray machine, they connect up the wires on the pacemaker to parts of your heart and then engage it. And it's guaranteed for 10 years. Well, he has to have it replaced every 10 years, basically. It's cheaper Delta V wires to a client installations further out while on the way there. Is it really? Okay. I'm going to test that theory. So this is 233 Delta V now. So let's do that. See, it's calculated that, which is like, to me, quite a way off, isn't it? They tend to go underarm, just under the armpits, to get to your heart via your veins. Ah, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, he said he's still a bit... He's not allowed to, like, lift his arm up over his head yet and do anything physical with his left arm. Like, he's not allowed to lift things heavy with his left arm yet. It'll only be about 50 to 100 mid-trip. I'm a bit worried about what it's calculated here. It's saying that that's an intercept. That doesn't look like an intercept to me. That looks like a non-intercept. Unless it's assuming I'm going to align on the way there. Like, I get here and then align and then it'll intercept maybe. Do you think it's going to do another burn here then? Let me save it and see what it does. Yeah, because at this point here, it's going to have to burn, but to burn here, it's going to lower the plane, isn't it? Mr. Roadwolf, thank you for 63 months. Hey, Mr. DJ with 9. And Aerospike, 3 years. 3 years. 4th Twitch baby, running out of space for the lot. Yeah, they'll all grow up one day, just bear that in mind. Yours control with tablets at the moment, fair enough. Well, JB, it said about 200 Delta V to align, so I'm going to see what it does here. Because in theory, at the ascending node, it should change the plane, shouldn't it? I don't want to see what Delta V it costs then. So it's pushing out an orbit, but then it's also got to bring that plane down, which it should do here, I guess. That's not good, Dave, is it? That's the problem with it. If it goes wrong, you know. I understand, Shimada. I'm just going to wait and see what MechJeb does. Like, I want to see if it changes planes automatically and when it does it. I know it's not plotted yet. That's what I'm testing. I'm going to see what it does. I'm curious. I have it saved just in case it goes wrong. So, right, so at the moment, it's not done anything apart from that maneuver. That's kind of interesting. Because I told it to rendezvous, but it kind of didn't. In that case, should we move halfway along and then align the planes? Well, JB, I don't know what MechJeb's capable of. I'm just finding out through experimentation. So maybe go halfway along and then we'll align the plane and see if it's aligned planes now. Yeah, but if I do that, it wants to do it here. Like, it pretty much wants to do it at the ascending node. 67 Delta V. So it did do it here. Because if you look where that ascending node is, when you hit align planes, pound for pound, that's in the same place. And it's only 67, which is definitely cheaper. So 233 Delta V here, 67 Delta V when we do it there. Interesting. Actually, if I bought the node execution, if you push that, I don't know. Let's just let it do its thing. 67 Delta V is okay. We've got 2,300 left. I can't remember how much Delta V we needed to get back last time. I think it was about 500, 600 maybe. Yeah, you say that, but I'm not just going to Minmus and back. I'm going to Minmus, and then I'm going to land in a different place, and then I'm going to come back from Minmus. I want to go to 2 places. So we'll see. If we get there and we don't have enough for another reposition and return, then we'll just have to do one. Alrighty then. Let's get a bit closer now. Hey, Robbo. Dear God. So that would be 187,000, which is a lot more than we originally wanted. Establish new orbit at 15k. Would cost 10 delta V. But weirdly enough, how does that work? No, it's not Cooperus. Not for Mimbus. Nah, it takes like 180 to break the surface, and then you only need like 400 or 500 to punch out of its influence, and then you just repoint and just aim straight for Kerbin. I've done it before. Shark2, thanks for 21. Best streamer on Twitch, obviously. The numbers are weird until you get to the right sphere of influence. I think I'll just leave it, because every time I fine-tune it on the way in, it just ends up different anyway. So I think I'll just leave it. Oh yeah, I don't want to come back into orbit though. $187,000 periaps at the moment. Yeah, there is, but like I say, every time I've done a fine tune here, it just doesn't work very well. You better get inside the sphere of influence and then changing it. Like now, if we do it now, it'll be a whole different ball game. So 15,000 meters. That'll cost us 17 delta V. Nothing. Yeah, obviously Taladi, which is why we're doing it now. 17 delta V to change to a 15k Perry is nothing. Now we're 8 days away, so what I want to do is if we can quickly have a look at the tracking station. If we go to the Birmingham station, which is our current orbiting station. Oh no, Birmingham's back at Kerbin. No, I wanted the probe. Oh wait, we don't have anything orbiting. We don't have anything orbiting Minbus, do we? I don't think. We only have it orbiting the moon. Dang it. I think we only have ground things. Yeah. Which I don't want to flick to, because if I flick to that, it'll engage the physics, and then it just turns all the solar panels upside down. Yeah, I was going to try... We'll just have to go for orbit. I was going to try and see where the flats and lesser flats were. I've got a feeling there's some of these here, but we'll see. Okay, I can't do what I wanted to do. Buccaneer Dan, thank you for almost 3 years. Stars 5810, welcome. Thank you for subbing. Mr. Zinam, 49 months. Right, where's the planet gone? Right, change the circularize at the next periapse. 157 delta V, so we've still got 2,000 left. Doing okay. What the heck is that? He's freaking out. Jenny Waiter Bridge, thank you for 8 months. Okay. Let's make it daylight around here. Electric charge is good. Now we need to go to the flats and the lesser flats, which sounds like 2 districts of Basildon to me. We need to find them. There's a great flat, so it's not this one. That's the flats. So that's effectively Basildon there. And then we need to find the lesser flats, wherever they are. Anybody have any idea where the lesser flats are? Well, this is interesting. This I can't see because it's... Oh, I just saw it then. It's on the dark side here. It's back there somewhere. Okay, so the first thing we'll do then is land in the middle of the flats and we'll get that done. Yeah, the lesser flats are back here somewhere. Actually, maybe we should land at the lesser flats first and then we're heading eastbound again. I'm not sure if it'll make that much difference. Big Bad Mower, thank you for the bits. Thank you for 500 bits. Okay, F5 that. Land at target. Also landing gear. We'll have to take over landing manually because it always makes a pig's ear of that final touchdown. Actually, sometimes it doesn't. It might not on the flat bit. It does when it's sloped. It's horrible on Minmus when it's sloped. This thing bounces at the best of times. We've already done the poles. We've done all the signs apart from the flats and the lesser flats. We're here on specific missions now. These 2 will do the whole of Minmus. It's weird. It looks like we're like really close to that thing. Pacific missions, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, we're about to land in the Lesser Pacific. We've already been to the Pacific itself. Okay, that looks awfully close to that mountain. Has it taken terrain into account, I wonder? Holy smoke. Electric charge is okay. Devices start at 30k. Yeah, I can see that now. I can see why. Hype train level 1. Thank you guys. Yeah, I should always do that. Surface speed. Twixer, thank you for 49 months. Still here occasionally. Yacht 6. Thank you, Twixer. Very soon, Yachts weekend. I've finalized the design for the Yachts t-shirt for this year. Sent it to Teespring, just waiting to hear back. Oh god, I don't trust this thing. Still have 1900 Delta V. See, this is where it wastes a load of Delta V, in my opinion. Like, it's just constantly throttling. Right, abort auto land. Do it myself. Point retrograde. It just wastes loads of Delta V. There's no need to burn all the way down. More efficient is a suicide burn, which I'm not going to do, but... Glove. 1900 Delta V left. Glovage. F5. Oh yeah. We're here. We're here. Let's see. Let's get a crew report. 25 science. That'll do. Let's get Bob the scientist. Come on, Bob. Let's get rid of that. First squirrel on the moon. There we go. Conduct material study. Collect that data. $50 science from that. Nice. $60 science, sweet. This is what we need. Okay, what we'll do is we'll put that science in the box. Okay, so you can't enable RCS. It's so dumb. When you're in a falling state, it won't let you enable RCS. which is the exact time when you need RCS. Oh, this is so much easier than the moon. Good grief. Don't want to grab. Want to land there. There we go. All right, store experiments. Not far enough round. Cool. That's all the experiments stored in the box. Easy does it. Okay. Right, if we pin all these over here, that's Bob's backpack. So we'll stick that in there for now. Grab a solar panel. You can, unfortunately, you can only take one solar panel at a time. Yeah, you do Britpoint. It actually works, bizarrely enough. You can do 2 Go experiments. I don't know what the limit is. I think the more you do, the diminishing return kicks in, but you can do 2 at full science. Bizarre. Let's get the solar panel down. Is it you or is the frame rate stuttering? I am dropping no frames. So it is not me. I can tell you that much. Your game just got less grindy. Just a little bit less grindy. No, we're just here to get science, Twixer. We need 550 science to get the large wheels for the rover. The lunar rover that we're building to do mine excavation on the moon. So we're basically at Minmus to get science. We could have gone to the moon, but it's easier here because we should be able to grab two lots of science in one go, which will obviously speed things up. Mr. Manmaze, thank you 57 months. Space Saturday hype. The only problem with Minmus, though, is like even walking causes you to jump. I like how you can't hear his RCS thrusters, you can't hear his movements, his footsteps, because there's no atmosphere, but you can hear the motor on the solar panel engaging. Like it's completely silent and then for most moments the shop has full science, but when you land them, the first one does 80% and the second one gives the remaining 20% of max. Previously you could do 3. So it's still worth having 2 then, which is good to know. But you don't, like you say, that way you get the 100%. Hey Ferret, how you doing? I take it you're just explaining why suicide burning is a good idea. Put it this way, if it wasn't, do you think SpaceX would be suicide burning? When they return their lander rockets, like they literally suicide burn them because it's more efficient. Domus, thank you for 45 months. Yeah, but DMC, Tom, back when the Apollo did it, they wouldn't have had sophisticated equipment that they could have used to help them with a suicide burn. So in terms of like manually piloting and safety and all that, it's better to just control the descent. It's also more comfortable. Like when you've got people on board, suicide burning isn't very comfortable. So there are other factors. Don't you need more solar panels for the biome? Yeah. Yeah, I've gone into autopilot, Baz. Good call. I think we need power. Let me think. Control unit, antenna, seismic, Last one. I don't think we need 5. I think we need 4. Is that right? Got me wondering now. I need to flick back to how do you flick back? Is it tab? No, it's that. There we go. Let's get rid of that. Put your astronauts at each, maybe shouldn't call it suicide burn in the future. Yeah, let's call it late burn. Efficiency burn, not suicide burn. Efficiency burn. Dark Cluster, the best thing to do is if you go to that link there, go to that website, and you can basically look at all the Delta V transitions. It's pretty helpful website when you're trying to work things out. Always allow a bit of error. That's the most efficient, obviously. So always allow some Delta V on top. Let's see. We need to move down one of each of these. Yeah, so it's 4 items each. Oh, 5 for the... We took a work light as well, actually. We have 5. Yeah, we need 5 powers. Can we remove that temporarily? Why is that 5 liters too many, you scumbag game? Yeah, we had a work light as well. The work light doesn't require a solar panel. That's interesting. Okay. It has a panel built in the top of it. Okay, never knew that. It wouldn't hurt to leave a panel down here for spare anyway. Pretty sure one panel does 4 power if you deploy it with an engineer. Yeah, but we brought a scientist instead. If you put it down with an engineer, it is more efficient. But then, this is a two-man capsule, so you either take a pilot and a scientist. You need the scientist, right, to collect all the data and put it in the box. So we either have a pilot and a scientist, or an engineer and a scientist. If you have an engineer and a scientist, we can't calculate maneuver nodes and stuff. Although MechJet probably works around it anyway. But yeah, you're quite right. The engineer benefit is if you put this down with an engineer, you get more power out of it, because apparently he knows how to point this auto pointing solar panel better than you do. Oh, solar panels are far enough away from the blast radius, yeah. The blast radius isn't that big, because you've got no atmosphere. So, because you've got no atmosphere, like, when your thrusters fire, they're not pushing air here over there, which is what would happen on Earth. Like, it very quickly just dissipates. The worst you'll get is blowing dust, but it won't, like, go that way automatically, if you see what I mean. It's far enough away. I've done it before. We'll be fine. Where's my work light gone? Put that down. Put his parachute back. The cabin on the Brighton is a DLC, so I have the one on the DLC to use on the workshop. Okay. Well, just buy the DLC. Well, right. We'll put a flag down as well so we can name this where it is. Right, let's just check that's working. Kerbal Space Program is on a flash sale at Games Planet, by the way. 75% off. If the mods can throw you a link, if you click that link, Games Planet is a place that sponsors the channel, so obviously that's an affiliate link. But 75% off KSP, which is pretty darn good. Is that the control unit or is that the control unit? F. Total power needed 4. Available modules 5. It looks like it's working. Come on, mods, chop chop. Where's the link? I don't know. Can't get the staff. There we go. You had to look for it. Plant flag. Right, so this is at the flats, isn't it? So we'll call this Minmus Flats Science. Why can't we click OK? Okay. You found it at least. Well done. Well, I can't be late tonight, Hannah. We've got a Factorio experiment after the stream, so I can't be late tonight. EVA, parachutes. I think we're all good. It's a very good call. Surface sample. Did we do an EVA report? Can't remember if we did that already. Right, let's stick all that science up here. And we're ready to move on. Don't fall. Store experiments 2. Can't use the RCS because I'm falling. Oh, we can use the RCS. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Right, now we've got to go and find the other place. This is the not so easy bit. Factorio KSP crossover. You see, you mention the word Factorio and Whiteland shows up. This is how it works. Now, I'm not sure how I'm going to find this thing. Let's try and move around a bit so that we can see where the flats are. That's going to help a little bit at least. Yeah, Tom's bad for that as well. Oh, hello, Tom. Right, mech jab, landing guidance, pick a target, lesser flats. So we've just done flats and we want to go here now. So if I, in theory, if I take off, it should then kick in, shouldn't it? You have the option to set where to and in landing guidance. What do you mean by where to? I've just picked where I want to go. What do you mean? I need to take off westerly somehow. Once you take off, press land at target. That's what I'm going to do. It's literally what I'm going to do. I'm just trying to work out how to at least try and head west. Why do you do all the interesting stuff offline and not on stream, Benji T? What do you mean? Right, which way is the westerly, I wonder? North-west-ish. East would also work. Yeah, kind of. It's apparently going the wrong way. No, it was going the right way. What? Oh, I don't know. Land at target. Left is right, right and left. Yeah, you work it out, computer. Geez, taking a wide enough swing there, pal. How inefficient's that? You only had to just burn this way. Flippin' heck. Does it actually want us to get back? I'm not liking that at all. Yeah, Benji T, I'm not sure what you mean about doing instant stuff offline. Like, if you're on about the Factoria thing, we're literally doing a test for the yachts weekend. The snooker game with pups, the Factoria experiment. The Factoria experiment is literally that. It's an experiment to see if we can get some subs in a Factoria server for a quick test run to make sure if we can run it on the yachts weekend. So it's an experiment. Snooker with pups is what I do when I chill out. Like, believe it or not, when I finish streaming, I chill out. Sometimes that means playing some snooker. It's what I do offline. Everybody does stuff offline. Loads of streamers play games offline. You know, where you can just hang out with your friends and just have a fun game because you're not focused on streaming. It's basically that. But the experiment is just an experiment. You know, I don't like what it's done here. I think it's wasted far too much Delta V. A 2-hour, 128 people Factoria speedrun. I don't think we'll get more than half a dozen people in. Do you have a snooker table IRL? I wish. I wish I did. It's something I've wanted since I was a teenager. A room big enough for a full-size snooker table. I mean, if I had one, I probably wouldn't use it as much. You know, it would, like, dedicating a room to a snooker table that's a bit lavish. It's never going to happen, I don't think, but it would be cool. Yeah, I mean, you need at least 4 feet all around the table. And since the table is 12 foot by 6 foot, that means you need 20 feet length, which for metric peoples need knocking on 7 meters. So you need a fairly hefty room. It's easier to have a room with a pool table, yeah, but pool's just not as interesting to me. I used to have a 6-foot snooker table in my bedroom. Had one for years when I was a kid. That's where I played all my snooker. Except when I could, you know, when I started paying to go to the snooker clubs about the age of 13. That's when I used to play in the full-size tables. And when you played on a full-size table and you came back home and played on a 6-foot table, it was like going from real football to Subbuteo. It was just so much easier. Wait, is this thing landing me or is it just trying to kill me? Used to have one in your rooms, a 7th scale. Yeah, that's a bit small. Yeah, mine was 6 foot by 3 foot. But as the snooker place I used to play at, his dad owned the whole place, and that lad, he was always like we used to say like he's so lucky. His dad owns a snooker room, this entire snooker hall with like 24 tables in it, and the top 8 tables were like the really premium tables, and he was always on them like every day for hours on end. And he used to enter competitions, and he still couldn't get anywhere. It was like, he was living the dream, but even with all that practice, he just couldn't. He just didn't have that innate talent, basically. I need to kill off the horizontal speed. Which way do I need to press? That way. Eyeballing it. I know you play pool. Like out of all the pool games, I prefer the American pool, but it's still snooker's still a preferable game to me. Ooh, a little bit of a slope. Right, we're in the lesser flats. That's the main thing. What was first, snooker or pool? What do you mean? Which came first? I don't know. I think billiards. I think it started with billiards. I think, which is where you have 2 cue balls and 1 red, and then snooker developed from that. I think, and I'm guessing pool developed after that, but I don't know. Right, Bob. Let's have a quick look at what's in the storage. Pin that. Let's move some stuff. Billiards and snooker then pool. That's what I thought it was. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. I think, you can kind of see why pool was invented, because snooker tables are so big that most places, don't have enough space for one, but they could easily fit a smaller size one in. And then somewhere along the line, one thing I never quite understood is why they never had 6-foot size snooker tables. They only ever had pool tables that size. Like a pool table in America, I think, is an 8-foot pool table, if I remember. Whereas pool tables in the UK are 6 foot, and the rules of the game are very different as well. What are you doing, Bob? There we go. Or is it 9 foot for an American pool table? I thought it was only 8. Collect data. Restore. See, if we didn't have a scientist on board, we wouldn't be able to reset these experiments and then land somewhere else.